So it is 7:30 on a Monday, and this is actually live. Yay! Coming back from a few days off. I am back in live and in living color. It is time for the My Spa Bath and Body Show. Yay! I'm hoping and believing that I will be back on my regular schedule. They moved me to Mondays at 7:30. So you can always find me here, either on Facebook Live or on www.voxwave.com. So glad to be back. Again, my name is Margaret Harris, and this is the My Spa Bath and Body Show. I have my own line of all-natural skincare products that can be purchased at www.myspa.etsy.com. We make natural soaps, lotions, body butters, and scrubs. We're always working on new products. So if you don't see me here, that means that I'm busy doing other things, including coming up with all-natural products. So just real fast, what have I been working on? I have been working on a natural deodorant. I've been using it, so that's why it has the fingers in it. But a few of my friends, some of my guinea pigs, have been trying it. Again, it's an all-natural deodorant, and what this first formulation has in it is coconut oil, it has beeswax, it has cornstarch and kaolin clay, as well as geranium and tea tree oil. So the reason we want to have a natural deodorant is that, first of all, you always want to know what's going on in your skin, going on your skin and into possibly your bloodstream. And so there's a lot of different things that are in commercial antiperspirants that may or may not be good for your skin. So I have kaolin clay and cornstarch in there because that absorbs odor. Because I can't say it's an antiperspirant, because the only way that you can call something an antiperspirant is for it to have aluminum in it, as well as to have cleared through the FDA channels, because it makes it a drug. So we don't want to fool with the FDA, so this is just a deodorant that has perspiration absorbing properties. So if you're looking to do a natural product, or if you want to be part of my guinea pig club for my latest products, you can send me an email at myspabb@gmail.com. Again, that's myspabb@gmail.com. And I can put you on a list to try some of my products. So that's what I've been working on. And then there's something else I'm going to be introducing this season as well. So last year when I was on break, I was working on a facial cleanser that doesn't have any soap in it. It's called Face It Facial Cleanser, and it's very good for your skin. And I was also developing my liquid body wash. So if you're looking for natural alternatives to the commercial products that you buy, you can go to www.etsy.myspa.com. I'm getting dyslexic. www.myspa.etsy.com. And that's my final answer, www.myspa.etsy.com. Yes. Okay, so it's been really hot around here, really steamy, and makes it kind of uncomfortable to be out and about. Now, if you're on the East Coast, it's been very humid, so it's been very steamy. So you're like, oh my God, it's as hot as what you should say, is a steam bath or a steam room. But if you're on the West Coast, and if you've been sweating, we have a lot of viewers who watch from Phoenix and different areas in West Coast, then it is as hot as a sauna because it's a dry heat. But you know what? That's all good. That's all good, because even though when it's making your clothes stick and makes you need natural deodorant, there are definite benefits to using steam or sauna to enhance not only skin, but also health benefits. So before I get into talking about the benefits of steam and sauna and heat, just want to always say, as I always do, the FDA has not approved the statements that I'm going to provide. These statements are not meant to cure, heal, or treat any kind of disease. If you have any serious medical issue, make sure you see your doctor. But if you want to try some natural products or natural therapies, then you can stay on and learn about some different ways to stay well. Okay, so like I said, we're on the East Coast and it's humid and it's steamy. So we're going to learn about some of the benefits of steam and actually going to a steam room and going to a sauna. Okay, so, you know, a lot of us have gone to the gym and we see those steam rooms and they look like just beds of bacteria, which they can be. So if you go into either one of them, you want to make sure that you have on flip-flops, that you want to have, you know, a towel wrapped around you. You want to sit on a towel, your own towel, to make sure that you are not sitting on anyone else's bacteria and other types of germs. So if you go into a steam room, they'll probably have like a towel seating, or if you go into a sauna, it's wood. And there's different reasons why they have that. The wood helps to keep the heat from going too high. It absorbs that heat. But then the tile in a steam room is supposed to reduce the amount of bacteria that are still living on that tile after Funky Frida gets up off of the bench or Funky Freddy. I'm just keeping it real because not everyone uses My Spa Bath and Body products, and a lot of people do not use bath products at all. I have been fascinated watching this show called Alaskan House Hunters, and people in Alaska are willing to live in homes without indoor plumbing, and they're willing to live in homes with outhouses. But dig this, what they do have are saunas because they believe that sauna heat helps to keep them clean. Okay, so like I said, we can kind of use steam rooms and saunas interchangeably. Okay, so a steam room is created, of course, when a water-filled generator pumps steam into an enclosed space, so there's moisture in the air when people are sitting in it. Okay, so the temperature inside of a steam room is generally between 110 and 114 degrees with 100% humidity, as opposed to a sauna, which may be up to 160 degrees, but zero humidity, which at the end of the day is still, the purpose is to make you sweat. Okay, so sitting in a steam room has been shown to have beneficial effects on the cardiovascular system, particularly in old people. They did a study in 2012 that found that moist heat, such as that produced in a steam room, can improve circulation by dilating the small blood vessels or capillaries. So then blood can then easily flow and transport oxygen through the body. It's also been shown to reduce blood pressure and keep the heart healthier, as well as help to repair broken skin tissue caused by wounds such as ulcers. And again, if you have any type of foot problem, you know, and you want to decide to go into a steam room, you want to make sure that you have on your own flip-flops, your own shoes. You do not want to be walking around there without any type of foot protection. Both steam rooms and saunas will make a person sweat, of course, and that opens up the pores and helps to cleanse the outer skin. The warm condensation will help rinse away dirt and skin that has been used, and this process of steaming has been used in the treatment of acne. However, what a steam room doesn't do that, what a steam room does that a sauna doesn't do is helps to remove the toxins trapped below the skin. Okay, it's also good for after a workout when your muscles feel sore. That is known as delayed onset muscle soreness, and it's good to apply steam heat to that joint. So there was a study done in 2013 showing that the immediate application of moist heat after a workout helps reduce pain and preserve muscle strength. It also soothes the nerve endings and relax the muscles. And you can also do a steam before the workout to loosen up your muscles and increase joint flexibility. And it's kind of hot in here, so I can say that. Okay, so steam rooms, they do help reduce joint pain, but they also reduce stress. Being in the heat of a steam room can make the body release endorphins, which are also the feel-good hormones, because they help reduce the feeling of stress in the body. And a steam room can also decrease the level of cortisol, which is the hormone released in response to stress. And we see those commercials where the cortisol gathers in your stomach and can have its own health problems when you have fat gathering around the stomach. So it's another good reason to have a steam bath. We're also talking about a sauna. And still the steam room, it can help open up your mucous membranes around the body, as well as help you to breathe more deeply and easily. It can break up the congestion in the sinuses and lungs and can be used to treat colds, unblock sinuses, and help you with the breathing. In addition, they have found that when a person is inside of a steam room, their heart rate increases, and that it can stay elevated and can simulate the effects of doing low or moderate exercise, such as walking. Doesn't necessarily help you lose weight, but it can help to increase your heart rate. But whenever you're doing this, you have to make sure that you stay hydrated whenever you do this. Like I said, the sauna is usually wood paneled, and you throw the water on the rocks and it warms up. And again, the temperature is between 160 and 200 degrees, and the humidity level is 5% to 30%. Okay? So there are some risks associated with this, and you should make sure that you are not dehydrating the body and to not spend any more than 15 to 20 minutes in whichever one you use. I like hot tubs, and that's the same recommendation they make. In addition, a steam room also provides the ideal environment for certain types of bacteria and germs to grow and spread, like I mentioned before. Examples of the risks are athlete's foot and other fungal infections that can thrive in warm, humid conditions. So it is advisable to wear a towel and flip-flops or shower shoes when you're inside the steam room. People who should not use a steam room are pregnant women, anyone with heart disease, those with very low or very high blood pressure, anyone with epilepsy, those taking antibiotics, and of course, if you're taking mind-altering drugs or alcohol, you should stay out the steam room because you're going to pass out. Not a good look. Okay, so don't talk a little bit more about sauna baths. There's actually an article that was done August 1st, 2018, and like I always say, when you watch My Spa Bath and Body, you always find out the latest information. So no matter what program I have, if I see something that's a lot more relevant, especially now people are still going to the gym, and trying to figure out, how to get those toxins out of their bodies. They've done a study as of August 1st, that this report found that sauna bathing is associated with a reduction in the risk of vascular diseases, such as high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, neurocognitive diseases, mental health disorders, and mortality. Again, if you have any of those, go see your doctor and talk to them about if you want to take this up, okay? It says, furthermore, sauna bathing alleviated conditions such as skin diseases, arthritis, headache, and flu. The evidence also suggests that regular sauna baths are associated with a better health-related quality of life. And this research was done by scientists at the University of Eastern Finland and the University of Bristol. Conducted a comprehensive literature review on the effects of Finnish sauna baths and on health outcomes. Okay, so again, when I first came on, I talked about how people in Alaska, they love to steam. So people in Finland probably have this same love for saunas and stuff like that to get themselves clean. So if you want to try something like that for your body, go ahead and try that. Of course, with me, I talk about skin care, and we're going to talk briefly about facial steaming. Now, that's something that I love to do, and I had not done that in many years. I did it as a teenager to combat acne, and it worked very well. I would steam my face for 10 to 15 minutes, open the pores up, and then follow up with an egg facial, rinse it off, and that's how I got through puberty without a lot of pimples. And so to think about facial steaming now is a little different because fortunately I really don't have adult onset acne, but it's still a great thing to do, regardless as to your age. Okay, there are 10 benefits of facial steaming. The first benefit is it deep cleanses your skin, same as we talked about what you get with your saunas and steam baths. What it does is the heat that is given from the steam can open up your pores, and as a result, dirt and bacteria can easily be removed with the use of a cleanser or a scrub. Of course, when you go to touch your face after your facial cleansing, you want to make sure you have clean hands or a clean washcloth. You want to make sure all of that, is a continuation of your cleansing process. It removes toxins from your face. They're removed much faster because they're released due to the heat and the sweat. It helps prevent acne. Facial steaming is also specifically helpful to preventing acne breakouts from occurring. And if you've suffered acne and haven't found a remedy which works, then facial cleaning, give that a shot. And again, you can follow that up with an egg facial if you want to be gentle. Or you can use one of the clay facials, just making sure that you use witch hazel instead of the apple cider vinegar, because that'll be too rough on your skin. Also, it helps to get rid of whiteheads and blackheads. Facial steaming can be an effective way of getting rid of them or preventing them. It helps to remove the blocked sebum on your skin, and when that sebum gets stuck in the follicle, that's what causes the breakout. When you apply steam to your face, the pores begin to open up and the blackhead plug will soften. So that way you can burst it. That's what you do if you're like a pimple popper, like most of us are. And then this is interesting, is it fight back signs of aging skin. So I'm a woman of a certain age, and so I'm always trying to figure out ways to stay young looking. So by helping to steaming your face, it's going to cause your skin's blood vessels to dilate. This promotes blood flow throughout your skin cells, and as a result, an increase in nutrients and oxygen from that blood flow is being delivered to your skin cells. So that is going to help to change your wrinkly skin, according to www.myawesomebeauty.com, from wrinkly to being rosy and glowing. In a nutshell, you'll get a better complexion. Okay, and it also promotes collagen, keeping that collagen under your skin tight. So, you're always hearing about things that build up your collagen. Try a facial steam. It also makes your skin receptive to other treatments. Like I said, if you steam your face, you use it, once you wipe it off, you use clean towels and then follow up with whatever your treatment is. If there's nothing else but a witch hazel toner or rose water would be perfect to close the pores. Okay, it also prevents dry skin, but just don't do it too frequently. Prevents sinus problems and helps to relax. Okay, so it's really easy to do. You just boil your water and put it in a bowl, or boil your water and take it off the stove, let it cool down to about 120 degrees, and then get a towel, drape it over your head, and enjoy yourself. Okay, you can use a facial steamer if you want to buy it, which is kind of counterintuitive if you're trying to save money. A bowl of hot water or hot towels. How to do it? First of all, you should do it every 2 weeks or every week for about 12 minutes. For normal skin, for dry skin, every 2 weeks for about 10 minutes. For oily skin, twice a week for about 12 minutes. And for sensitive skin, you should talk to someone, your dermatologist or whatever beforehand. Okay? So, you really should just relax and add that as part of your skincare routine. Now, essential oils, I love essential oils. The ones you want to add for acne, and this you want to put 2 or 3 drops in your water. Okay? You want to add rosemary and tea tree oil for your steam. For dry and mature skin, rose and jasmine. And you can use some geranium also, are good for dry or mature skin. Sensitive skin, use geranium and lavender. And for your sinuses, or if you have a cold, eucalyptus oil is the way to go. Okay, 2 to 3 drops should do it. About a gallon of water. And you should have a good amount of steam coming up from 10 to 12 minutes. Okay? Very easy to do, very easy to do. So once you steam your face, of course, after your 10 to 12 minutes, you exfoliate. And again, use clean hands. Use cool water to rinse your face. And then apply whatever facial mist or moisturizer or whatever you usually do. And you will be done. So that is how we do the facial steaming. Well, there's a new fad that we're going to talk about after the break, and it's called steaming your yoni. It's the latest and greatest dance craze. Ha, ha, ha. But I'll give you a quick hint. We'll take a look at this later. But yes, how to care for your yoni with steam. We'll be right back.
I wanna know this girl.
Hey.
But I ain't scared. If I'm gonna be the only one participating in this, I'm lonely whenever you're around. Hey, I'm lonely whenever you're around. Ow. And down, 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 down. Whenever you're around.
There is this particular dance that I want to learn how to do. Everybody's doing it. The young and the old, from the north to the south, and from the east to the west. I want to know how to do it. I want to know how to hand dance. Show me how to do it. I want to know, can you teach me? Can you teach me how to hand dance? Can you show me how to do it? I want to know how to hand dance. Show me how to do it. I want to know how to hand dance. Show me how to do it. I like the way you move. I like the way you groove. I like the way you groove. I like the way you spin. I like the way you spin. You turn around and you do it again. I wanna know, can you teach me? Can you teach me how to hand dance. I wanna know how to do it. I wanna know how to hand dance. I wanna give it a try. I wanna give it a try. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. I like the way you hand dance. Show me how to do it. It's about time for me to get on the floor and stop being.
This is Dr. Gunther Zuloff. Did he solve Carmichael's totient conjecture?
And we are back. So now, like I said, the latest thing for spa treatments is called the yoni steam. Do you want to get a good picture of this? So I want you to see this thing right here. Okay, now, if you have been down south and stayed with grandma or great-grandma, you might recognize this as something that was either under a bed or in a little shed outside. So this is an example of what you use for steaming your yoni. So what is your yoni? That is just a fancy name for your vagina. Okay? The yoni steaming is a powerful ancient remedy that has been used for centuries by women worldwide to support deep wellness. And I guess you can't get any deeper than that. Also known as vaginal steaming, chayok or bayo, it is a holistic health practice in which a woman allows the warmth of herbal steam to gently permeate the exterior of her vagina. Yoni is a Sanskrit word meaning vagina, womb, goddess, origin of life, and yoni steaming is intended to support all these aspects of a woman. So the treatment may seem odd at first, but the truth is that for millennials, for many thousands of years, women have shared this powerful practice among one another, inspiring each other to heal, nourish, and love our bodies. Today, countless women are rediscovering the practice. Okay, so I showed you that chair, but if you're a do-it-yourselfer, and this is true, what they said, if you don't want to buy this outhouse-looking thing, then you can do it yourself. What you can do is take 2 kitchen chairs and put them a foot apart and put a bowl of steaming hot water between them and rest one cheek on one side and one cheek on the other and let the steam permeate your womb that way. Or if you have some old outdoor chairs, remember the kind that had the straps that go around them, either the tubes or whatever, what you can do, and I am not making this up, is you can remove some of the straps on the chair so that your behind and your womb are exposed, and you can put a bowl under there. And my niece Cindy just joined us on Facebook, and she always tunes in when it's something weird. We're talking about steaming your yoni, okay? So those are some ways if you are a do-it-yourselfer, you can do it like that. Or if you don't fill up your bowl that high, you can take a steaming hot bowl of water and some herbs we'll talk about and put it in your toilet, okay? And steam your yoni that way, okay? So, the do's and don'ts of steaming your yoni, okay? Now, if you are going to do it, you do not want to do it while you are on your period because what happens is the steam speeds up the blood flow and can cause heavy bleeding. Instead, steaming should be done before and after your period, which will help aid the natural uterine cleanse that occurs during the period. You don't want to do it when you're pregnant. You don't want to do it after insemination while trying to conceive. You don't want to do it if you're subject to spontaneous heavy bleeding. You don't want to do it if you're experiencing hot flashes. Since steaming introduces heat to the body, it might trigger hot flashes and should probably be avoided when hot flashes are present. But some people say that it alleviates your hot flashes. So just, if you do it and it makes them worse, then just stop. As with anything, if it's not working, stop. Again, during a miscarriage, you don't want to do that either. So again, the things that you need are a vaginal steam seat, which I showed you, that little outhouse-looking thing, or, the do-it-yourselfers with the kitchen chairs, which, if your husband or family walks in, that might not be something that you want to have going on in the kitchen. But you can get one of those steam seats. Some people have been seen on YouTube just straddling over a hot pot. This is not safe. Sadly, one woman attempted such a setup and fell in. She endured several burns. So you want to make sure you have something safe. You need an herb pot, and you should put the herbs, which we're going to talk about, into this pot. Chanel, can you just put a bowl of hot water in the toilet? Yes, but you just can't put the bowl. You have to make sure that it's not too hot. They recommend it not being over like 110 degrees. So if you have it too close to your yoni, then you'll have a steamed fish dinner. Ron is sitting in here like, why? That's because you want me to talk about this. You need me to talk about this, so you know what to tell who about what. Okay, so herb pot, and you want to make sure that it's a glass bowl or aluminum steel, because the toxics from the plastic can leak into the water. Like that's your main concern, right? Aside from everything sweating and dripping off into there. Okay. So they say the best way to have the water and the herbs in a clay, glass, or stainless steel pot. You can use an electric burner, but I wouldn't put a hot pot, a hot plate under a pot and squat over it. That's not something I would do. And then getting the right herbs. We're going to talk about the herbs. And then you want to make sure that some people do it in the nude, and some people have a robe on, as part of their relaxation. Okay? So 9 reasons to start steaming your yoni now. Okay? You want to improve your menstrual cycle. We talked about that. It heals the womb. It says that, and this is from Sierra Brashear. She's saying that it heals the womb, perhaps a result of stress and environmental toxins in our world today. Many women suffer from challenges such as uterine fibroids, been there, done that, ovarian cysts, and endometriosis. They're saying in the same way that yoni steaming supports the uterus to shed old blood, it can help to expel any non-essential tissue or cells. Create space for blissful relaxation. So you set aside 20 to 30 minutes to relax and focus on your well-being. As she sits with herself, allowing the gentle herbs to permeate her body and release stuck material, she often experiences a powerful release of stored emotions and stress as well. It deeply connects a woman with her source of power, which I guess while you're steaming, you're meditating. Like, dear Lord, don't let me burn this thing up. I'm sorry, that's okay. And it has a detoxifying. It also says that it makes sex more juicy. Okay, so there we got Ron. On an emotional level, yoni steaming supports us to cultivate a profound sense of self-love and increase our self-confidence, which helps us to feel more sexy and sensual. On the physical level, yoni steaming increases circulation and increases lubrication, which can help increase libido and make sex more enjoyable. And the very act of steaming is slightly arousing, which helps us get turned on. It helps to increase fertility, speeds recovery after birth, and they're saying that it feels good. The warmth increases the circulation to the labia and the clitoris, and the steam moistens the sensitive tissues, resulting in an ever so slightly tantalizing sensation. Many women experience pleasure from the simple act of treating themselves to this delightful ritual. So that's just something to do. Okay, don't steam, of course, when you have an infection, pregnancy, or heavy menstruation, or if you have a yeast infection or anything like that. When to steam for preventive care 1 week before the first day of your cycle. And you should expect changes in vaginal discharge and a shift in your menstrual blood. During duration of cycle and onset can shift as well. Okay, so what do you want to use in there? Okay, you want to use dried herbs. Some sources say you can use herbs or essential oils. I got to speed it up. So if you are working this for your urinary and reproductive organs, the herbs that should be in there are red raspberry, which is high in magnesium, potassium, and can help you with eczema, rashes, and skin if you drink it. Juniper motherwort, which is a plant, which is very good for menstrual periods, painful menstrual periods, intestinal gas, and sleep problems, and can be applied to the skin. So that's if you wanted to take care of your urinary and reproductive organs. Others that have volatile oils, which are very strong oils that you want to put in, you may want to put in your steam, is basil, oregano, lavender, rosemary, and marigold. And marigold is very good for your womanly parts as well. It promotes detoxification and aids in painful periods and helps in alleviating skin conditions. If you want to use other types of herbs, you can use garden sage, peppermint, and lemon balm. If you want to use traditional herbs for women, of course, oregano, basil, marigold, we talked about that, rosemary, chamomile, and daminia, which is very good. We've always heard of that for women. It is good for increasing sexual desire and performance while decreasing impotence, treating constipation, reducing depression, nervousness, and anxiety, fighting PMS symptoms, muscle aches, insomnia, improving digestive health, and relieving constipation, and can be used for other fungal disease and disorders. The only thing about daminia is that you want to make sure that you check with a doctor if you have diabetes or anything affecting your blood sugar. So what do? You place your pot under the chair. You remove your clothes from the waist down, leaving your socks on. Okay? Sit in your designated seat over the steaming herbs, making sure that the pot is underneath the body so the steam gets into that area. Drape your lower body with blankets that extend all the way to the floor to ensure your steam is contained. Be careful not to burn yourself. Sit over your steam for about 15 to 20 minutes. Simply enjoy the healing and nurturing time you have set aside for yourself. Rest quietly after the steam in a warm room full of drafts. Okay, wait. Simply enjoy the steam, and when you're done, dry yourself off. Rest quietly after the steam in a warm room free of drafts, open windows, or air conditioning for at least 20 minutes. When you do get up, dress warmly and protect yourself from cold drafts or sudden temperature changes for 24 hours. Then release the herbs and water back into earth. Dump it outside. Okay? Fini! Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. We'll be here next week, and we are back on schedule. Remember, Monday nights, 7:30 to 8 o'clock on www.boxwave.com or on my Facebook Live purchase my products at www.myspa.etsy.com. Yes, I'm out. Bye.